Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the All Time Podcast, the podcast of all time. This is just an impromptu emergency PSA episode regarding the winter storm sweeping parts of the nation. And I hope that everyone is staying warm and safe during this bad weather. We're in the end of January, and it's the peak of winter for many of us. And even this time last year, there was a similar event that left many places covered in ice and snow. I remember where I lived, there was lots of snow, and it actually stayed around for a long time. So hopefully, many of you learned from that event and took your preparedness seriously moving forward. So, about 230 million people are expected to be affected by this winter storm, according to some sources. Although the information is constantly changing, the situation is always changing. Cold, rain, sleet, ice, and snow are definitely expected depending on where you are. So get prepared, folks. You should make it a point to be prepared before the event is actually happening because you want to avoid those crowds. You want to basically beat the herd for things like food and water. You don't want to be fighting in the store last minute or the day before or the day of trying to get what you need when you could have just been safe at home with everything that you need because you had gotten it a lot earlier. So if you really need something and you are able to go safely, you might want to see what you can do. I think for most places it's probably too late. But if you're able to, see what you can do, although you're definitely cutting it really, really close. Plus, many places are either closing early or closed completely. So I just hope everyone has what they need. Have a good amount of food on hand, including non perishable foods like canned and dry goods. And have a manual can opener or two on hand. If your power goes out, your electric can opener will not work, and you will be very, very sad because you have all these cans and not a whole lot to open them up with. You can probably pry them open with a knife or something, but just having a can opener is going to be a lot easier for you. And have a good amount of water on hand and enough for everyone in the household. And carry more than what you think that you'd need because your situation could definitely last longer than what's expected. And what many don't think about is the supply chain. So the stores are typically picked clean of essentials around the time of a crisis or a kind of a natural disaster. So during times like these, it'll take a lot longer for things to be restocked, and that can only happen when the roads are actually safe again for the suppliers to come and restock to do that transport. So anticipate that necessities will be a lot harder to come by, and they'll be harder to come by longer than the actual event itself. So plan accordingly and get a little bit more than what you think that you'd need. And also keep alternative power sources like generators, battery banks, extra batteries, etc. Even your laptop can be used as a battery bank as well to charge things like your phone and other devices, especially like an old laptop or anything like that you don't even really use. Repurpose it. It can be a battery bank. Use that to charge your phones. And but a word of caution on generators. Please learn how to use a generator properly because they can produce carbon monoxide, which can kill you very quickly if you aren't careful. And next up, keep alternative light sources like flashlights and candles. Make sure they're charged and or have batteries for them. Make sure that all of this is in a known accessible location because you don't want to be running around in the dark looking around for the stuff after the power has already gone out. And stock up on alternative heating sources like portable stoves. Make sure they have fuel though, whether it's wood or pellets or propane. Extra blankets are also very, very nice. It's portable heat, portable warmth. Fleece and wool are really, really warm, good materials, and have warm clothing, and learn how to dress in layers for warmth. That's actually a really nice skill to have, especially if you have to go out for any reason. And be sure to start your vehicle and make sure that they have antifreeze in them. Most modern coolants already have a blend of antifreeze, coolant, and water, so you don't really have to add anything or dilute them, but just do make sure that you do have them. I'm sure there's way more to consider, but those are just some of the basics. A couple other things to have is cash and some self defense tools in case card readers aren't working in stores, or if you want to buy something from someone. Firearms are pretty self explanatory, just in case, any kind of looting action happens or anything. Just be armed according to your federal, state, and local laws, and be trained, be properly trained. Preparedness is more than just optional, it's essential. And this snowstorm is a really good prime example of one of the most likely things you'd have to be prepared for: natural disasters and financial disasters. And that includes things like winter storms, like we're going through now, and hurricanes, and things like getting laid off from a job or an unexpected expense. It's just important to be realistic about your preparedness and to get ready for things that will more realistically happen. Note that I didn't say don your plate carrier and your chest rig and suit up and gear up and go out with your rifle. And in this situation, just some food, some water, some supplies, some warmth. That's going to take you a long way. And in situations like this is what's more likely to happen for sure. Not every single event it's going to be a end all be all mass casualty end of the world apocalyptic event. It's just going to be more often than not stuff like this. Oh, and as a bonus, I will throw in something like a ham radio. Have it programmed to the weather and the news. So just in case anything happens, you have a way to listen in and know what's going on. So hopefully you're all staying safe out there and you're staying out of the cold. Hopefully you like the tips. Comment down below what you're doing right now to stay prepared and stay warm. I'm going to keep trying to crank out some episodes while I'm inside. And that'll be it. This is Jay with the All Time Podcast signing out.